sometimes I notice that it is actually easier to turn your feelings off altogether. So it's hard to get into a place of blaming people, because everyone's really just on this journey, different levels. But sometimes you don't want to feel the sadness and the uncomfortability, or you're turning off trauma. But the thing is that people don't get is that it's not one or the other. Like, if you open yourself to feel at all, you're running the risk of the negative feelings too, the sadness. And sometimes when you have more of that, you do just numb out so you don't have to deal. And people do that within themselves through just their own mind. And also by use of other things, like by the use of video games or drugs or whatever. Meditation even. It's like a healthy form of not thinking about shit, The issue is, if you are aware and self-aware of this, you can turn them on in certain situations. And I think there's a lot of females who are in the dating community that would say, well, they want to find someone who's going to be able to have that capacity. But there's also downsides to it, So you gotta pick your poison. Until everything gets regulated. And I'm gonna leave you, this is just whatever, talk, but I just read today a Carl Jung post, and I know they say Young, but I don't pronounce it like that because that's a J, and people don't really know. The quote said, when there is two opposing forces and neither one is going to go the other way. A secret and new surprise third way will emerge from all of this. And they're kind of saying, like, that's kind of what's going on with the Lionsgate energy and Gauntlet and Portal. Tonight at midnight, that's it. That is the minute to the minute people are really flipping about. But we've been working with Lionsgate for 2 weeks. We're going to be working with the Lionsgate for 2 more weeks, and really just making it a lifestyle. So just as long as you're mindful all the time about this shit, eventually you're going to move forward. I keep waiting for that fucking day. But, you know, every once in a while you make a shift, and then sometimes you go back again just to see how far you've come. So I just wanted to put that out there for, like, specifically if you are watching this in real time. Because with the energies of Mercury retrograde going on right now, and with the 888, it's like past, blast from the past, sometimes can't be avoided. This is life. We're not here to be claiming to be healed because we avoid messy situations for a long time. Sometimes in a healing phase, yeah, you do need to avoid. But right here, I feel for a specific wave of star seeds, it's that time, and you're going to be like brought back to some past something, and then you're really going to be able to see, wow, okay, I don't think my healing's working. I don't know if my manifesting's working. I don't know if my meditating, my glowing up, my affirmations, my theta healing, my Reiki, my healthy vegan lifestyle, I don't know if any of this stuff is working. Is anything really happening? And then, you know, Mercury retrograde is here to show you something maybe you used to tolerate. For me, that's what it was. Or feeling that it was normalized. Listening to the men in my family and their belief system, I did realize how far I have evolved from that. And so I'm just like, hopping on here. I'm finally able to feel like I have enough clarity and energy to even make a video. If you follow me, you see sometimes I just cannot even, you know, I have been spending a lot of time dedicated to just the healing and falling apart, quiet time lifestyle. You know, I do these sessions with my healers, and I go for a while where I'm like, okay, yes, I am able to give these readings. This is what I want to do. I want to help other people. I feel like I'm being called to help other people with that. But then other times I cannot. I'm coping with my own stuff, you know, and it is, how can I put into a video, within a 10-minute video, the many, many ups and downs, the many grief challenges, and then the many level ups, the many little small but meaningful signs and changes and shifts that, you know, the work is working, and then the belief that it's not again the next day when shit just flips again in front of your face. And that's when you just really have to hold the vision. And I'm speaking with this wave that is really going up quite a lot of programming. So I'm making it easy for my next 7 generations for sure, because I am putting in a lot of work. Anyways, Almost done, just got a few left. I just wish you the deepest transformations for this Lion's Gate. I wish for whatever needed to be revealed, and for you to hold steady to your own truth and your own peace and your own self-love and your own self-worth when in these battles where people are trying to gaslight you and they are trying to manipulate you and they are trying to throw scenarios at you that are not even at all the truth. And you already know this and you're standing firm and you're really like, wow, was that the pond I used to swim in? Wow. Disgust. Just because somebody has the same blood as you does not make them relevant to your life when you know better. And there doesn't need to be hate back and forth. It can just be like, hey, you go ahead and you do that, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. You know, anyway, I know, super vague, but I want to be one of those YouTubers who has the confidence and the energy to get on here, maybe not daily, but more, and like always have a plan of what to say, and I'm not that yet, and that's okay. I'm trying to figure out what I really actually want, because a lot of the time what I think I want is only what I want for a couple hours, and then I want something else. So, you know, I'm not sure if the reason I haven't become well known is because do I actually not want that? Do I just say I want it and I think I want it, but I really don't? Or is there a shadow aspect of me that doesn't believe I do? Or once I do get that, do I realize it wasn't going to be what I thought it was? And then you can't go back, because I kind of had that happen with some industries I've been in. And I think that speaking about stuff, especially speaking it out loud on this Lionsgate portal, is going to allow for the flow, allow for the channeling, allow yourself the space to really think. Some people do have a fear of being seen, and it's a pretty intense thing. But my coach always works with that. She's always like doing that clearing for fear of being seen. So I'm not sure if I have that or not. Sometimes I think maybe I do. But then other times I'm like totally out there and like, you know, liking that attention. So it's a hard choice. And I feel like I do that kind of stuff with it's not even relationship. I was to say I do that with like interacting with men. Do I really think that I want that all the time boyfriend? I really want that all the time lover, that all the time companion? And maybe I do. but maybe I don't. And the only way I would really know is if I want that or not is if I start spending time with a guy. And then when I do, even if I have a pretty nice time, I'm usually like, okay, go away. Like, unless you're going to make this situation better. And that's kind of what it's what I've really been thinking about a lot lately. Thinking about what kind of programming did you see and what kind of programming have you concocted in your head that you would want? Because a lot of it is like reparenting yourself. And it's like, I think it all comes back to when you're abandoned, what you want and crave is closeness. But then sometimes when you get the closeness, you don't really need it for as long as you think you do. You think, when you don't have it in that moment, you're like, damn, I need this like all the time. But then when you actually get there, you're like, okay, well, I can go back to doing myself again. Like, I gotta get back to my skincare. I gotta go get back to whatever. But what if somebody like did want to be there next to you and like, what if somebody wanted to do the skincare routine and face mask together? And instead of being a bother about it, they actually were cool and nice and like enjoy that time with you and like it's a nice time. Then would I want that? Probably. But I wouldn't know. Would not really know. Well, I like this new color here. I'm just trying to stand firm with my personal beliefs of what I should tolerate and what I should not tolerate. I think a lot of us are doing the same. And this, like I said, goes for not only relationships, but like workplace shit too. Because I know that shit is some bullshit too. Like, for real. So yeah, things happen in the workplace to girls and nobody really cares at all. So that's been a real like challenge, I think, for a lot of girls, not having that go-to person who maybe you would hope would like protect you or defend you or stand up for you. And then you're just like, is this real life? Really? This is what's going down, huh? This is what's going down for the girls in this earth, right? I don't think so. Like, this is pretty fucked if you're really awaken to it. You'll see how fucked it is. So that's why a lot of people are just not awakening to things, and that is just kind of intolerable for me at this point. So anyway, have a happy and sometimes sad if necessary. Lionsgate. And good luck.